I came up with the idea because I have two computers and one is very slow and this other one has problem with the connection. Long story. I mentioned about it before. Then I came up with this idea that I'm using now with iPhone, and this may work, and I want to try it. But since I'm trying, actually the idea came up first. The idea is about Picasso and being in the now. I posted a video about my morning walk, and I said that I carry iPhone because I wanted to see if there's something that pops up I can take a picture. But it sounds like a little extra, but I decided, and then the talk turned out to be about being in the now and fully utilizing my talent, brain and heart. And then I produced the video and I thought that was pretty good. The whole point is that I have to keep reminding myself about certain practice, like connecting to my heart in the now. And then for whatever reason, after I posting, I thought about why don't I use the iPhone instead of I have this other trouble, taking time and transferring and get confusing. But if I use the iPhone to create video, which I'm doing now, then I think the process may be easy and I don't have to worry much about anything. Because from iPhone, you can use the Dropbox to this computer, which can do certain things all right. So that's what I'm doing. Then I thought about Picasso. And that's an interesting story to me. Picasso was by that time very famous, and people can't wait for him to paint some picture. And those people come knocking the door and asking, are you ready? And Picasso wasn't ready because he may have been enjoying life or whatever. So he said, just wait. And while he was waiting, I don't know how long, he painted the picture. In the now. He can do that. So what does that mean? I'm not quite sure. But if you are with the skill, you can get by with some idea instantly. And actually, that triggers me another koan, which I often mention, so some of you may know it. It's the koan of a thief training his son to be a thief. And he locked him up in the closet of some house and left him. In this house, there are samurais, and he was in the son was in the cabinet, didn't know what to do. So the first idea is making noise like a mouse, making noise. And the people came out. Maybe they brought the katana, sword, just in case there's some trouble here. And then when they arrived, this guy made a little noise, whatever the noise, to mimic mouse. Invention at the time, real time, in the moment. Just like a Picasso's case, painting, in this case, creative idea. And he made a noise and, there must be a mouse in there, in the cabinet. So samurais opened up and then rushed out at this guy, kicking them out and running. And then on the way, he saw a pond and there was a rock next to it. He threw the rock inside and made big noise and ran. And people following thought he fell into the well or something like that. So he saved himself. And his father said, okay, you master the skill. Now, what is so interesting actually is that koan I talk about a lot is being the now and be prepared, come up with idea when it's needed. That's ultimate. So the story sounds like, not not morally correct, but the spirit is right. And if it's not the thief, but someone got into trouble because of uncertain, unknown, or wicked stuff that someone did, and sometimes or many times people suffer. So instead of being suffered, how we come up with the answer to that? Real time, on the spot, as much as possible. Like a thief leaving the confinement, people finding a way to live better. So I think just a little story, but triggered another story and another story. And it doesn't mean I'm just playing in the mind. It may look like I'm playing in the mind, but the point is to be inventive, including this using the iPhone and not bother two computers. One is more than 10 years old and the other one has some problem. So how to use Zenki, full utilization of skill. This is just one example. And if recording goes well, I'm sure it's going to go well. But this is the first time, instead of using the Mac from 1 to 2 to post it, now I can do iPhone to Mac 2, and hopefully it works. Then my life will be better. There's a saying, Kyū sureba tsuzu in Japanese. I don't know in English. Kyū sureba means when you are really in a tight condition, tsuzu is find a way. So that's the spirit. So don't be pressured and cornered and think that's the end of it and jump off from the window. Just sit there. Well, if you are in the World Trade Center, maybe you don't want to sit there. If the airplane hit, you may have to take action. But that's part of the immediate action as needed, like the case of the Picasso, or my case of this invention or idea, and the case of thief or you. So that's the skill. And for that to happen, Zenki, full utilization, not just focus in the brain and confused and can go, open up, connect to the heart to come up with some. Thank you. It may not work because nothing is guaranteed. But that's what it is. To realize what it is, I have a little note here. Because of some session, I had an impression, some idea, I put it up there. It says, it is what it is. Continuity is power. And I also, continuity, meaning being in the now and practice this principle, is power. And continuity, like practicing it, is life. But I forget it, so I put it on there. Maybe I'll take a picture and put it for you to see. Just being playful. Thank you.